you add yourself to the stream. So, hey, Tacoma Comics here, and unplanned. Didn't tell nobody I was going live. Didn't prepare. But I just have everything from Emerald City Comic Con, and I want to get it out of the way. Is too harsh. I want to get it done before it piles up, and I don't feel it anymore, or I run into like other things I want to do, and whatever. So this is all the stuff I got from Emerald City Comic Con, plus a little bit extra. So I went there today, and if you saw my Instagram post, I was a wee bit upset because why was I upset? I was a bit upset because the crepes place next to Emerald City, the convention center, is permanently closed. So I had to call an audible, and my friend G and I went to a Persian coffee shop and had some Persian roll and some spinach pie, and both were really yummy. So that worked. Back to the con, into the con, started out in Artist Alley, and it went pretty well. This is not totally in order, but it's close in order. Came upon Mr. Chris Claremont pretty early. Now, I don't know if you were watching. C2E2 got overshadowed by Acetate Gate. Uh, but before that, there was some mumblings and grumblings that Chris was not being cool with gender pronouns and had just made a big speech at the beginning of the con that rubbed some people the wrong way. The first time every time I hear about him, everybody tells me how cool he is and all the great stories he tells. The one time I met him, he was okay, but he didn't want to hear what I was saying. Um, and so I was trying to tell him a story, and he was just telling a different story. And this time when I met him, it was a little disjointed, but for the most part, it was. I had him sign stuff. He had posted a sketch he did on Instagram, and then he had on his sign like signatures $10, $15 if you're going to CGC, or $20, whatever. And sketch is 50. I'm like, all right, I'll get a sketch from Mr. Chris Claremont. So took my Wolverine, and Joe Rubenstein had signed it there and had done this cute little Wolvie remark down here. Right now, Rubenstein's I think he was the colorist on this, but he's an artist in his own right. Claremont did some Wolvie claws up there, and then wrote "snicked!" exclamation point, blood drop, blood spatter, blood spatter, blood spatter around the edge of the. I think he did around the edge of the newsstand, and yeah, then right down the side there. So kind of hard to see right down here. So it was cute. It's not a $50 sketch, but it's Chris Claremont, so he can charge what he wants. So kind of cool to have this double signed, double sketched. Dig that. Next one I got him to sign. I had not had his signature. I had his signature on this book, but the one I had was in really bad condition, and I sold it, and boom, grab that. Got him to sign Gambit, so pretty cool. Second appearance of Gambit. Should have brought the annual, actually, now that I think about it, but I didn't think about it. I woke up a wee bit hungover at 6 o'clock this morning to get ready. I didn't get ready ahead of time the way I should have, but whatever. Live it and learn. I got 142. Got his signature on that, and then finally I got him to get his signature on that. So I'd say that's pretty much Claremont. I mean, I've got about 15 other books with his signature on. I remember when he used to sign for $5. But that's the last Claremont that I'm going to get for a long while, I think, if not forever. So sorry, back to my story. While he was doing that sketch, my friend, who's a big Trekkie, was talking to him, and I forget how it came up, but he said something about, and he had a helper. I don't know if it was his son or what. Something about Star Trek uniforms, because my friend was wearing her Lieutenant Uhura uniform. Something about Star Trek officers, glad the men don't wear mini skirts and wear skirts. And she's like, well, in season 1, episode 1 of the Next Generation, they did, and then they got rid of it. And he's like, oh, that's good because the men in skirts. And he just went on this diatribe, and then he started talking about but he called it Brave New Worlds, which was a Star Trek graphic novel that he wrote. So it just kind of rubbed the wrong way because he and especially his helper started mansplaining Star Trek to my friends, whom all I can tell you is she doesn't need Star Trek mansplained to her. She knows everything about it inside and out. I don't know a bigger fan. So it was a little bit of a weird thing. Not a big deal, but a little bit of a weird thing. All right. I have these Women of Star Wars cards. And I have this particular one, Ahsoka Tano, by Sarah Wilkinson. Thought this one was Leanna Kangas, and I got the names mixed up. So I went to Leanna Kangas's booth looking to get this sign, and she's like, I could sign that, but I didn't draw that. I was like, what? And I felt stupid, and my friend's laughing at me. She's like, you're so cute, you're so nervous, you don't know what you're doing. So anyway, I met this woman, Leanna Kangas, who I also knew did some Star Wars stuff, but I wasn't too familiar with her. And she sold me this and signed it, but then also with unbidden, unrequested, did a little Stormtrooper sketch on there, which I thought was really cool. I have this book, but I now have a second copy that is signed by the artist and sketched. So I was pretty excited for that. Very, very cool. And then because I was feeling good mood in this beginning of the con and I hadn't spent a lot of money yet, this is before I spent the money at Claremont. Claremont, that came out to $100, $5 or $10 for 5 signatures, $50, and then the sketch was 50. You know, I'm not going to complain about that. So anyway, she writes this with her husband, True Cult. I don't know much about it yet. This was the A cover, and they both signed it for me and sold that to me. So that's pretty cool. They were really, really kind. We enjoyed talking to them. Had a nice time. Went around the corner and I saw Kat Lay, who is one of the original artists on Lumberjanes, which is one of my favorite, one of my favorite comics of all time. And she had a few sketch cards out. I think this is a watercolor, which is really nice. This is April. I absolutely love that. I wanted Ripley. She said, I don't have any more Ripley. I asked about the HBO show. She says, you know as much as I do. I never believe creators when they say that, but they all say that, so I don't hold it against them. What's up, Nola? Nola, you could have been there, man. I mean, I still have my pass if you want to go tomorrow. I don't think you are, but you can always go up and grab a free if you want it. You can give Claremont a lot of money for some signatures and artwork that's not great. Like I was just showing. What's up, buddy? Coming in.
Good night.
Are you going to bed?
Yeah.
All right. Good night. I get a kiss. Good night. Aw. See you in the morning. So after Kat Lay found Zhang Jiang, whom I really wish had signed this in a different place. Not really, Nola. No, I mean, it's fun to be around there and it's fun to go with a friend rather than go on your own, but it's if you're already in Claremont or if you're not a signature guy, then what is there? So he charges $15 for a signature. If you buy a book, you get the signature for free. He had more copies of this. I very seriously should have just bought another copy for 40, gotten the signature for free, and sold one for like $20, $25. It would have come out even or ahead. But anyway, what's really interesting about, and he was a nice guy. I'm not slagging him off at all. I'm just saying I made a mistake. But all of his artwork is super, super colorful, and bright, and explosive. This 180 degrees away from everything else that he does, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, because it's not a distinct signature, it just looks like a red squiggle in the middle of this Usagi. So yeah, we're definitely going to Rose City, me and the fam. We missed it last last year, the year before it didn't happen, but we usually go every year. So we'll drive down on Friday night. We stay in a hotel. We do Saturday, Sunday. Rose City, I think, is the best bang for the buck as far as meeting comic creators and finding good deals on comics. Man, it's worked out for me in the past. It really has. So I'm a fan of Rose City. Oh my God. So when we got there, we went to the University Bookstore, and I found the last copy of The Bird King by G. Willow Wilson, which I hadn't read. I've got her other two novels. One is about her time in Egypt as a young 20 something and meeting her husband. Uh, is it called Butterfly Mosque? I think. Didn't love it. I don't even think I got through it. But her first fiction novel, Alif the Unseen, was amazing. So I really can't wait to read this one. Looking forward to it. So we go over to her booth after Claremont. She apparently was she wasn't there in the beginning, but then she showed up after while we were online for Claremont. And I said hi to her, and she looked at me and we're talking. She goes, "You're Ian, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "It's so hard to recognize people with the masks on these days." And I was like, "Gee, Willow Wilson recognized me." It's weird to, like, if to be 50, almost 51 years old and to like geek out over stuff like that. And she's younger than me, which makes it even weirder. But like the fact that she remembered my name either from Twitter interactions or previous times that I've gotten stuff signed and talked to her was super cool. So she had a bunch of books on her table, and I wanted to get Poison Ivy because I have it for Poison Ivy. She didn't have number one, but she had this one. I don't know who does this cover. It's really gorgeous, and her Poison Ivy run is supposed to be really good. Uh, but then I saw a second book on her table, and then she had a. I thought she was selling them. She was actually giving the books away. In addition, it said, one per person. So I put this down and I said, "Are you giving this one away too?" And she said, "Yeah, all of them." Flabbergasted. This is the book that she gave away for free. It was just laying on her table. And she's like, "Sure, you can have that one." And she signed it. And my friend, who's a better, well, anybody's a better business person than I am. I'm not good at like thinking on my feet and doing that. What's up, Sans, friend? Sans, your box is here, and this is I'd say 8.0. With the press, it's a little bit more. I have this signed by her on the wall over there. Hit me up on IG if you're serious. We'll talk about it. I wouldn't a lot at all. Um, I think with the press, you're maybe getting 9.2, but probably 9.0. I mean, yeah, I could be lying. Um, but anyway, if you're serious, we'll talk. So yeah, I got that. Then my friend's like, "Oh, can I get that one?" And you sign it. And so she signed this Poison Ivy Nectar, really beautiful. So I'm going to go see if I can find Poison Ivy 1 or 2 from my shop. So let's see if it says who does this cover. Variant covers is it's either a Middleton, an Art Germ, a Joel Jones. Um, so like a number of real artists. I couldn't tell you which one did it. Anybody know? Anybody know who that is? Is there a little AG for Art Germ? I don't see that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's none of them. Okay. But it is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm there you go. You have 2 of these, Sans? Very cool. All right. Then it was time to go downstairs. What's up, Captain? Happy birthday. And to go downstairs and go shopping. No more creators. So we went through and I'm trying not to buy like pins and stickers and all that stuff. I'm just trying to do my back issue bin diving, and I've got my little I don't know where it is. I've got my little pad with every issue of every comic that I'm missing. And my friend, you cannot come that poison. Seb McKinnon, thank you. Uh, my friend took pictures at lunch of my. Oh, we went to Dozone for lunch. Nola, one of the things you got to do that year in the Northwest is go to Seattle and go to Dozone. Ah, so good. Um, so she took pictures of all the books I needed. So she was hunting with me for me, which is really so. I like knocked off a few books in every run that I'm trying to complete. Uh, got this little thing with Devil Dinosaur issue I was missing. Um, thing 34. So I got a couple things. I got a couple things. Trying to knock out my Thor run. 349. I think there's many keys in here, just back issues I needed. 350. Good night, buddy. And 353. Pretty happy with that. Right, everything needs to be rebagged and boarded. The things were $4. Just the Thors were $6. I'm trying to get the whole Simonson Thor run, and I will someday. Uh, I have 13, which is the first full Kiss. This is the first cameo of Kiss, I believe, because he had $12 on this, which is not bad. I mean, this is like a 9.4 without anything done to it. This is yeah, this is the cameo. So I was pretty excited for that. Knocking another duck off my list. Another 15. And another 16. And another 121. Found a booth. Every book was half off, so for $5. This is issue 66. I believe John Tyler Christopher did one of these action figure variants for every single issue of the 70 issue or 75 issue Star Wars run, and I have about half of them. And the later ones are hard to find because not a lot of people are reading this series past like issue 50 or whatever. And so, and it's pretty damn ugly too. But whatever, I needed it, and I will get them all someday. Just filling out. Remember, these are all half price. I don't know why these are, so I just filling. Dark Horse Star Wars run as well. 15 and 16. Grabbing some Yo Joe. If you can find issues of G.I. Joe over 100 in the newsstand for good prices, grab them. 116 $4. So I was super happy with that. Someday I'll get 155. Got a little bit of my Black Panther run. So these are not all Jerry Hudlins, but I was trying to complete this run. So 9, 10, I have 11, 12, 18, and 25. Finally, I now have this run up until the current one, but this is some Captain Marvels I was missing from the current run. 14 and 15 and 17. Really great stuff there. Let's see. Let's finish this off first. So I started off by saying I went to the wrong booth to find this artist. This artist is Sarah Wilkinson. Stop by her booth. You know, when you like find an artist, all of a sudden you're like, I can't live without this artist, and you start buying this artist stuff. Oh, guess what happened? Let's see if I can open this up. So first of all, Sarah Wilkinson, everybody I met was really cool, except like I said, Claremont was a little funny. But she does great Star Wars art. So I got that postcard enlarged. These are limited prints. This is number 45 out of 50, so she was almost sold out. So I was so excited about that. She had a sketchbook of like, original stuff that weren't reprints, and almost bought something there. Then I got this one because she had buy two, get a third free. So I got this one, the Bounty Hunters. And then she had a game mat for rolling die on for like DMs, and it was a triptych. It had this in the middle, and it had the rebels on one side and the dark side on the other, and kind of in the same manner. So I got that game mat for my son, who's a DM. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, Sarah Wilkinson is, oh boy, just a great artist. She was really cool to talk to, really knowledgeable about Star Wars. So that was really awesome. All right, let's just see what else I got here. Since I have captive audience of 2 people or more, um, got this from Thunder God. I had forgotten that I had a package coming from Thunder God, but few extra little artworks there. Found this. Heathen. I could not quite find this cover because even though it's very similar to other covers, there was nothing exactly like it until I realized this is a 2022 reprint of Heathen #1, which is still cool because I still wanted to read that. Uh, I found this for $1, Mind Management bootleg, just because Matt Kint has this Nola. Matt Kint has this deal with Dark Horse now, or Dark Horse has a deal with Netflix or something. I think I picked that up. That's new. That's new. That's new. That's all. That's all new stuff. Nobody wants to see. Go over to that pile there. I'm not a big fan of showing new comics like New Comic Wednesday because everybody knows what came out that's new. Um, but if people like doing that sort of thing, I'll leave them alone. Anybody tell me why I picked this up for $3? If your answer was second appearance of Hitmonkey, you're correct. First appearance of Gerald Drew as a child, or baby, I guess. Spider Woman Jessica Drew's son. Went ahead and grabbed this for the sole reason that Rick Remender did a cryptic post where it looked like he was saying Death and Glory might be coming to TV. Grabbed that for the same reason I grabbed the other Matt Kint. Matt Kint's a great writer too. I like his stuff. Didn't have this one. You need to get this series if for no other reason for the Alex Ross covers, but all new, all different Avengers #7. Just digging that cover. This is possibly my favorite. Word up. Word to your mother. Play that funky music, Green Boy. The Toxic Avenger. The special, stupid, fresh rap issue. You can't make this stuff up. And if you could, you deserve to be a writer. Oh, sorry, you got aliens down the bottom. Yo. Yo. Have I shown all of this? Yeah, I think so. This is all filler. Killmonger 2, because I was missing it. The one thing I found halfway Sound Olympia that was cool was the foil version of Lumberjanes, the last Lumberjanes issue. And just because they had it, and I figured maybe I'll get the series since there's only 3 of them. Spider Island, Spider Girl issue 2. So that's about that. The only people I didn't meet, totally wrong, but I was under the impression that Jody Leap was going to be there to sign my Shirtless Bear Fighters. But if he was there, couldn't find him. And that, my friends in YouTube land. Oh, I also got some butts on things. This guy is a Pacific Northwest artist who just draws butts on things. This one's sparkly. So I told him I've been following him for years, and I get butts on things every year. He gave me this one free. I got my sons each a sticker because that's how we do. That's how I do, and I am now done. Have sort of a mess. I got to start putting stuff away, but I will, and then we'll all be happy and get to bed. All right. You guys enjoy your night. I got to be up at way early for a Chelsea game. So I'll catch you later.